because I had bands growing up, and we would change our name like every couple months.
What'd you play?
I played bass, guitar, and sang, and none of those very well. In fact, for all of them pretty bad. I could, you can kind of get away with bass, and probably one of the most controversial things that I've ever done online was I said that if you can play guitar, you can play bass, right?
No.
Yeah, I know people freaked out then, but
No.
let me say this: if you can play guitar, you can play bass. I mean, you can play bass. You might not be able to play bass, not like Geezer Butler or anything, but you can play bass. You can play the bass line. It's not that hard to play a simple bass line. Which is what I did. I played a simple bass line and sang, and I always joke we made more like band T-shirts, because we'd always make T-shirts for our bands. We made more band T-shirts than we made songs. I think I was just really stoked about the idea of just being in a band.
So the big question is, did you pluck or did you use a pick?
Both.
You did both?
Yeah. It was kind of, it's, I mean, again, I just went and saw Black Sabbath final show ever.
Oh.
And, just watching Geezer Butler, who's always been, Black Sabbath's my favorite band of all time, and watching Geezer Butler play, like you couldn't imagine doing what he's doing with a pick. It just not happening. He's just so freaking insane on the
like
bass.
Flea.
Yeah.
Like
just
it's
hammering.
incredible what they do.
But yeah, we never,
We're going to have to hear some vocals.
Yeah. Just basically just picture me, yelling like an idiot. That's pretty much the vocals. So my buddy, he had because we went to the studio one time and we laid down we made a bunch of songs, and my buddy Elgin has the master, like reel to reel tapes.
Like the 4-track?
I don't know how many track. I think it might've been 8-track, but it was a big reel to reel thing.
Old school.
And I was like, bro, we got to get that. We got to get the music off of it. Cause there was a couple.
Oh, for sure.
Quite frankly, there's a couple bangers on there.
Yeah?
Son. Couple bangers
Couple
on
head
there.
nodders.
K-Dog, you'd be into it. There was a song that I wrote called Myself Strong, which was pretty legit. But he brought them to like the most forensic sort of recovery place, and they're like, "Hey, we can't get anything off these, so it's all lost." Yeah, it's all lost, which is very sad.
Do you still remember the songs though? Like
I do. I can. Yeah. Between the two of us, we could probably put them back together.
Yeah. So it's just you and your buddies jamming.
Yeah, jamming.
Isn't that the best though?
It is
like
the
just
best,
hanging out and like bringing up like, hey, let's just do a couple covers.
Yeah.
And then it starts from there, and then you try and make your own. You're like, wow, this is extremely hard.
Dude, I'm the opposite. Well, so I still play. Like I've my buddy's garage. He has like a little mini studio in his garage. We call it the Hole. And we still go in there and jam.
Oh, that's right.
And the funny thing is we joke because we don't play hardly any covers ever, and we just play 33-minute freaking just crazy songs that we only play one time ever. So
it's like the Doors.
Yeah, it's like the Doors. Yeah, we're like a freaking crazy jam band.
Yeah,
but
that's rad.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's
cool.
Freaking huge stress reliever too.
Yeah,
music is great.
Yeah,
it just takes you into another place.
Do you still play drums?
No. So like, I don't know. Like I just lost interest in it one time, which is weird, right?
That is weird.
So like,
I think you need to get them back, dude. Especially one of those digital kits that you can put on headphones.
I know. I was just talking to my wife about that. You could buy like the digital ones, do headphones, make hardly any noise.
Yeah.
I know. I was super into music, and then I just kind of like lost it. I don't know.
So at what point did you start thinking about joining the military?
So I was in high school in 2003. I graduated in June of 2003, and that's when the invasion started. It was March of 03, correct? When the invasion started. So my uncle was a paratrooper in Vietnam. He was in the 173rd Airborne. And so I was talking to him, and it just came up. He's like, well, what are you going to do? I was like, God, I don't know. Like, all my buddies are going to go to Cypress College. Like, I think that's a good idea. He's like, I think it's your time.
Damn.
And I was like, oh shit, like you have a lot of problems, Uncle Jack. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to be like you. Like, and he's passed away now, but him and I have always had we had a very interesting relationship.
Is this your mom's brother?
My mom's brother.
Got it.
So she saw him coming home from Vietnam, and when I told her that, hey, I talked to Uncle Jack, he thinks it's a good idea for me to join. And this is when, like, you turn on the TV and it's like the invasion, we are invading Iraq. Like, we've reached Baghdad. They're pulling down Saddam's, the big statue, like the big statue. She's like, no, go to college. I will pay whatever it costs for you to not go. And then for some reason I was like, okay, now I'm going. I was like, I need to do this, like, for myself. And especially, like, I told some of my friends and, like, people in high school, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about joining. And they laughed. They're like, you're going to go? I'm like, yeah, man. Like, what does that mean? Like, so it was kind of like, I don't know. It kind of, like, inspired me to, like, really want to do it. And I had an interest in medical. I knew I wanted to do something medical. I just didn't know what. Like, I watched Saving Private Ryan, and I really, like, connected with, like, Wade. Like, he was the medic with the Rangers that went through, and he always seemed like the calm, cool, collected, like, took care of everyone, like, hey, give us a fighting chance. Like, I love that scene. And so when I went around to the recruiters, I went to the Navy, and they said, we can only promise you, and I'm not sure how the Navy works, but I believe it was a branch, like, we could offer you, like, medical branch, but whatever is open at that time, then you'd be placed there. Like, if they needed x-ray techs at the end of basic training, then you'd go do x-ray or dental or whatever. And then the Army was like, no, you will be a medic. I was like, okay, perfect. So that was, like, my decision point. And I made like a little on my cell phone, like a little thing, like 2 weeks after I graduated high school, I'm going to make a decision. I'm going to either join or I'm going to sign up for college. And I made the decision, talked to my uncle one more time. He showed me all his medals, and then I was kind of like, this is going to sound really lame, but, like, my dad left, and so I looked up to my uncle, and he's, like, showing me his medals, and he was kind of like impromptu father figure in a way, I guess, striving for, like, his approval. And I was like, hey, man, like, will you go with me to the recruiter, talk to the recruiter? And he was like, I'd never seen him interact with me that way. And I was like, holy shit, like, I think I'm getting this guy's approval. And I joined, and then I went off to Fort Sill, Oklahoma for basic, and then went to
How long did it take you to, once you signed up, how long did you wait around for before you went?
So I signed up in 2 weeks after high school, so probably early July, and I left October 9th for basic training, because they had, like, the delayed entry program.
And was your mom completely freaking out at this point?
Pissed. Pissed. She's like, why are you doing, like, there's a war, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm probably not going to go.